If you're thinking about buying the GoPro Hero 8 Black because everyone says it's the best action camera out there, hang on for just a second. I've tested the Hero 8 Black extensively and found some surprising issues you won't hear about in the usual hype. But here's what shocked me. The very features that are supposed to make this GoPro a game changer sometimes complicate more than they help. So, if you're looking for the truth on whether this camera lives up to its promises, or if it's just another pricey gadget collecting dust, you're in the right place. Stick around because by the end, I'll help you decide if this is really the gear you want strapped to your next adventure. Now, why am I putting a spotlight on problems when GoPro is such a giant in the industry? Because unlike a lot of reviewers who just rave about every new release, I want you to buy smart, especially at a steep $354.99 price tag. The Hero 8 Black boasts features like HyperSmooth 2.0 stabilization, a more pocketable design and mod expandability. However, there's more to the story. Is it really worth your hard-earned money? Keep watching because I'll break down what works brilliantly and what's downright frustrating. First, let's dive into the core of why this camera caught my attention, the HyperSmooth 2.0 stabilization. This upgrade promised 3 levels of stabilization on high and boost to get the smoothest footage ever in a GoPro camera. Sounds fantastic on paper, and it delivers better smoothness than its predecessor. No doubt about that. Imagine catching insane mountain bike rides or beach waves without your videos turning into a shaky mess. But here's where it gets tricky. Using the boost setting dramatically drains battery life, cutting your shoot time in half. So while your footage looks buttery smooth, your battery reminds you it's not on vacation and dies quicker than you'd like. For hardcore adventurers capturing hours of action, this really matters. And if you're outdoorsy like me, swapping batteries mid-hike isn't the smooth experience you hope for, even with the new faster side door design. Speaking of design, GoPro streamlined the Hero 8 Black to be more pocketable and added folding fingers for quick mount swaps. This sounds like an engineer's dream, making assembly faster and keeping your setup sleek. But here's the plot twist. Even with these improvements, I found mounting it with protective cases or mods a bit fiddly. It's like they built a genius Lego but forgot some pieces don't snap as easily when you're rushing. And those 2 times more impact-resistant lenses. They're tougher for sure, but the camera body itself still feels slightly fragile after moderate drops. I may have tested this the hard way, don't ask how many times, but the point stands. You gotta handle it with care or your action cam will need action repair. But wait, this is only part of the story. The Hero 8 Black is designed for vloggers and pro filmmakers with its expandable mods. Media mod, light mod, display mod, all sold separately. This is where GoPro flexes its versatility muscle. If you want advanced mic input, better lighting for your FaceTime with nature, or an additional screen, these mods bump your video game significantly. However, the catch: it quickly becomes an expensive hobby. Buying all the mods to unlock the full potential can nearly double your initial $354.99 investment. And if you're just starting out or testing the waters in content creation, that's a big ask. Also, these mods add bulk, somewhat defeating the pocketability brag. Are you still with me? Because we've only just touched on the video quality and software. Time-Warp 2.0 is a flagship feature that captures super stabilized time-lapse videos with automatic speed adjustment based on motion, lighting, and scene detection. This feature delivers surreal effects useful for creators wanting that cinematic edge. But here's the twist no one warned about. It's smart, yes, but not infallible. You can get awkward speed shifts in certain lighting conditions or complex scenes, which means manual tweaking might be necessary, unless you want your masterpiece to look like a disco gone wrong. Another solid perk is the live streaming capability in 1080p with HyperSmooth stabilization through the GoPro app. It lets you broadcast your adventures live while saving the footage to your SD card. For influencers or outdoor reporters, this function rocks. But, and it's a big but, the app can be buggy at times, dropping connections or failing to check your saved clips without multiple retry attempts. It's a frustrating flaw when you want a hassle-free upload. Let's take a moment here and lighten things up. Did you hear about the GoPro camera that couldn't stop filming? Yeah, apparently, it wanted to shoot everything but ended up with too much footage. Don't be that guy drowning in hours of random clips. Organize your shoots wisely, or you'll need a bigger hard drive than your laptop's seen since 2005. Jokes aside, if you're someone who prioritizes portability, ruggedness, and easy professional quality video upgrades, and you're willing to invest in those additional mods, the Hero 8 Black can be your companion. It excels in capturing buttery smooth footage, offering flexibility unmatched by many competitors in its price bracket. The 8x slow motion and waterproof features down to 33 feet make it fantastic for thrill seekers diving into water sports or skating parks. Just be prepared to carry extra batteries and possibly mods for your best experience. But if you're a casual user looking for a straightforward grab-and-go camera with no fuss about attachments or charging anxiety, you might find the Hero 8 Black somewhat of a mixed bag. The complexity introduced by its expandable nature and battery limits can interrupt your flow. It reminds me of bringing a Swiss Army knife to a picnic when all you wanted was a sandwich. Great potential, but sometimes you just want simplicity. Here's another situation to consider. Did you know the Hero 8 uses a revamped super photo feature with improved HDR to sharpen your shots? It balances contrast and reduces blur, meaning your action photos look professional without hours of editing. However, some reviewers pointed out occasional overprocessing that can make images look slightly artificial, especially in low light. So if you care about natural hues or plan to post untouched photos, tweaking settings manually becomes necessary. To rehook you for a moment, imagine missing out on a jaw-dropping shot because your battery died or your mount failed mid-action. Frustrating, right? That's why despite its powerful tech, the Hero 8 demands some learning curve and preparation. It's perfect if you love tinkering and optimizing your gear, but if you want pure out-of-the-box ease, other options might suit better. Before we wrap up, I want to share a little story from my own testing experience. On a recent mountain trek, I had the Hero 8 Black mounted on my helmet. The HyperSmooth 2.0 boost mode gave me truly cinematic footage during steep downhill runs. But about halfway down, the battery died, despite a full charge. I scrambled to swap batteries using the new side door. It was faster than previous models, yes, but still nerve-wracking when you're trying to focus on the trail. It made me realize owning this GoPro means carrying spares and being ready to tinker constantly. And to throw in a quick joke as promised, why did the GoPro go to therapy? Because it had too many issues with stabilizing its feelings. Okay, last one, promise. Why don't GoPros ever get tired? Because they're always charged up. All right, back to business. So what's the final verdict? The GoPro Hero 8 Black is a powerful, versatile camera packed with innovative features like HyperSmooth 2.0 stabilization, Time Warp 2.0, and expandable mods that can elevate your creative projects. It's well built and more pocketable than earlier versions, and if you're a pro or serious creator willing to invest in its ecosystem, it pays off. But it's not perfect. Battery life during stabilization boosts, occasional app instability, and the extra costs for mods mean it's not the no-brainer buy for everyone. If you decide to take the plunge, expect a learning curve and plan for accessories and extra batteries to get the best from your purchase. Still, considering the 4.6-star rating on Amazon and the loyal user base, there's a reason this camera stays relevant even with newer models around. Ready to grab your GoPro Hero 8 Black? Check out the link in the description for the best price on Amazon. It changes quickly, so don't wait too long. Whether you want to capture epic action, start vlogging, or shoot cinematic slow-mo, this camera has your back. Just be ready to handle a few quirks along the way. Thanks for sticking with me. If you found this review helpful, hit like and subscribe for more honest takes on trending tech products. And remember, buy smart, shoot epic, and never miss a moment worth capturing.